Alrighty, here we are, Planet Coaster 2. So I've been really looking forward to this game for a while. I'm a huge fan of Planet Coaster 1, and I'm a huge fan of Planet Zoo, so really been looking forward to Planet Coaster 2. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to do the career mode first, and then once we're done with the career mode, we might mess around with the sandbox part. So let's jump right in. We're going to do a full playthrough. Prologue. Keys to the coaster. It's a great big planet of potential parks out there, but you'll need to go through coasts, that's a tongue twister, induction first. Please keep your arms and legs inside this coaster of an onboarding at all times, and strap in for some lessons in park management. But there is going to be some new stuff in this from Planet Coaster 1, so going to be some learning to do.
Hello there! I'm glad you could make it. I'm Oswald B. Thompson, the CEO of Coaster Coast.
Oh, Oswald, I didn't realize we had a guest. I'm terribly sorry. It didn't come up on my schedule.
Not to worry, Eugene. This is the person I was telling you about. You're looking at the successor of Coaster Coast. Well, providing everything goes smoothly, of course. I can't just hand them the keys to the kingdom now, can I, eh?
Goodness, I do apologize. I've just checked my roster, and there you are, right between King Coaster and Queen Splash. Not quite sure how I managed to royally mess that up, but never mind. You're accounted for now.
Marvelous! Well, with that sorted, I think it's about time Eugene, our brilliant ride engineer, and I showed you the ropes. Consider this your official induction.
Alright, here we go.
Before we get started, we have a checklist of objectives from HR that we need to go through. I know. But it's been company policy ever since one of our interns didn't know how to move around. We left them to it, only to find them in the same spot 3 days later. Oh, that won't be you, though. Let's try moving the camera around the park now.
Alright, left and right, up and down. That's going to need flipped. I hate when it's like that. Rotate the camera, we're going to do that. Zoom in the camera, so zoom in, zoom out.
I've got something that I think you'll enjoy. It's time to build your first ride. I'll hand you over to Eugene. He won Ride Engineer of the Year in 2016, so you're in good hands.
I took the liberty of getting a ride ready for you to build. All you need to do is find a place to put it.
Flat rides. Create customs, use R3. Teacups. Let's build those. We can rotate them around. Put it like that. That'll work.
Splendid! Our guests will need a way to access the ride, so let's add an entrance gate. And with every entrance you will need to connect a queue path to the ride entrance. Without one, guests will not be able to access the ride.
Alright, so we got the queue path here. And I know this is one big change that they've made to the game, so it'll be interesting getting used to this. I know this is a huge improvement. So let's go ahead and just do
We obviously
that.
won't need queues for guests leaving the ride. Could you imagine? So you'll need to make sure you're connecting a standard park path to the exit gate.
Let's try like that. And then mode. There we go.
And that's it.
Then we open it. Here we
It's
go.
also worth noting that our guests will have to pay for tickets to enjoy the rides in our parks. We control how much we charge, though. So let's encourage guests to ride our latest attraction by setting the ticket price to bargain for now.
Interesting. So dynamic. I wonder what that is. So obviously bargain, premium. Bargain's gonna.
We can always increase the price later. As I like to say, when you achieve popularity, charge premium for prosperity.
Okay.
But one step at a time, eh? For now, a very well done and a shiny medal earned. That's your first ride built. And I'm sure it'll be the first of many.
Oh, I'm sure it will. All right, we got a bronze.
The addition of a new ride will have given a slight boost to our park rating.
Okay, so let's check our park management, park options here.
Multiple
park
different
rating.
factors contribute to this rating. So, you'll want to pay attention to the park rating overview. The better the rating, the more guests will visit.
While driving the guest count up is good, we need to make sure the guests also remain happy while they're visiting. As you can see, we've just received a report that not all of the guests are enjoying themselves. It seems some are rather thirsty.
Okay.
To avoid this in the future, it's handy to keep checking on the Guest Needs tab. If things start dropping too low, you should step in and solve the issue before guests decide to leave.
Let's start by quenching any thirst amongst our guests with a new drink shop.
Yeah, let's do that. So, drink shop, that'll be in facilities. Drop down to these drinks. Let's see here. Latte Love, Gulpy, Pip Shot. Let's do a Gulpy here. All right, so that can snap right to the path. I typically don't like putting them right on the path though, because the guests get all crowded. So you usually need a little bit of a queue. So let's do that, and then paths, and let's just make a little bit of a path here. Just got a trophy for something. Guests can't reach Gulpy Shop 2. Should be able to now.
Brilliant! Now, the guests will need somewhere to relieve themselves after all that intake. Why not build a toilet nearby? We wouldn't want our guests walking around with crossed legs now, would we? That isn't good for anyone's posture.
Let's put a restroom here. And then same deal, we'll just, actually with a restroom you can just put it right on there because they don't queue up for it. So, we can just put that just like that. That'll work. And then we need to open it.
Speaking of walking, guests will get tired pretty quickly and their energy will drop if they don't have a place to sit.
Alright, and then we just need some benches. Some aquatic benches, mythology benches. Is there just some, like, standard bench? Oh, there we go. Planet Coaster. I don't know what the theming is for this park. I haven't really looked around, so we'll just put a couple benches. Throw one here. Throw one here. We'll just complete the tutorial for now.
The guests will be a lot
bins.
happier now. However, it does come at a price. More food and drink in the park also means more waste.
Exactly. So it's important we have enough bins for people to properly dispose of their waste.
Fantastic!
There we
That'll
go.
keep the park looking cleaner. We shouldn't stop there, though. Let's make the park look even better by adding some scenery around the ride you built. That way, guests can enjoy the view while they queue.
Alright, place 3 scenery blueprints. Throw that here. Looks like this park is themed mythology. Throw that there. We can throw this along here.
I think that's everything checked off the scenery list. Well done!
Wow! The park is looking great! I can see why Oswald picked you. You're a natural. Now, if we're to keep adding more rides or facilities, they need to be connected to the power grid. Select an existing generator to view its info panel and see how much electricity it's producing. As you
Alright.
can see, the
Oh,
generator
boy, what
is
is
powering
this?
a network that covers the area filled with rides and facilities. Let's expand that network to cover an open area of the park. To do that, place and connect the additional power facility to the grid.
Alright, so a new distributor. And typically your guests don't want to be near these. Intersecting terrain. Okay. And then, what, you just need to connect.
Nicely done. It's all running very smoothly indeed. But to keep the generators maintained and working, you must hire mechanics. Without them, the generators will start gaining a condition penalty, which will decrease the power output. Oh, it seems we don't actually have any mechanics hired. Well, that won't do. Let's hire a few straight away. It may seem excessive, but they're essential when it comes to the maintenance of rides and facilities. Uh-oh, I must have jinxed it. We've had a ride break down. Good job we have those mechanics to go and nurse it back to health. An available mechanic will automatically be assigned to fix a broken ride.
Okay.
However, if one is not available, you will have to select the Call Mechanic
Yeah,
button
so that's the
to
same from
reassign
the first
somebody
one.
to the job. Be careful, though, as reassigning a staff member might mean you no longer have coverage elsewhere.
Hiring staff is just the beginning, though. You also need to pay attention to staff morale. If it gets too low, staff will start to quit their jobs. Breaks are absolutely essential when it comes to keeping staff morale up. And just like guests, our staff need a place to re-energize. To make all of their
so
tired
get a
little
staff
dreams
building?
come true, you should place a staff building. Admittedly, they're not the most glamorous of buildings. So, I'd advise you to place your staff building away from the guest areas, wherever possible. After all, we don't want to bring down that scenery rating that you worked so hard to build up.
Alright, and this is one of the facilities that guests don't want to see. So here's a staff building. It probably doesn't need to be this far back. Like, if we go, let's see here. I have to figure out where it's at. Normally there's a... Okay, it's not... I don't see where it's at. Normally there's like a negative, a negative area around these.
Great! Now the park staff have somewhere to go on their breaks and enjoy some peace and quiet. We just need to ensure our inquisitive guests don't go waltzing on in there for the free coffee, claiming to be lost. The best way to avoid this is by connecting an exclusive staff-only path to the building. Guests won't dare step foot on those tiles.
We'll need to build a mechanic workshop. Here, mechanics will generate research points that are used to unlock new items for your park.
Yeah, I was just looking to see if there was a negative thing here, but it doesn't look like there is. Alright, so what was that they said here? A mechanic workshop generates the points. So let's go ahead and get this going. And we need it to be a staff path. And then let's open this up.
Let's leave the mechanic to it for now. We'll revisit this soon.
Oh, what an exquisite sight. I think I need a moment.
Oh, get some every time. Ah, just in time. Our mechanic has earned enough research points to unlock something exciting. Let's take a look at the research tree and aim to unlock the coaster pack. It'll bring a tear to Eugene's eye.
Okay, so these mechanic workshops, you set your mechanics, and that's how you research stuff. Research. And then there's a... It's only 4 chapters? Or is that all it shows for right now? Research for 7,200. Okay.
Oh my! Oswald, is that the one I was designing?
The very same, lad. I was just about to make a start on it. But I tell you what, why don't you walk our new friend through it?
It would be my pleasure. Now, this is just a little something I made earlier. First things first, you'll need to select the blueprint.
Okay, so they're not going to have us jump into actually making the coaster yet.
Good, and place the coaster down wherever there is enough space.
Clearly it kind of wants us to put it over here somewhere, so... Let's do it right about here will work.
Perfect. While we wait for the test to finish, let's take the opportunity to add some scenery around the coaster.
Alright, so place 3 scenery blueprints again. Yeah, let's see here. Seems a bit excessive, but whatever, we'll throw that down. I doubt we'll be able to get away with this, but... Oh, nope, it actually did let us. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And then, let's see here. Yeah, we can just slap this back here behind. No, slap it in front. There we go.
Oh, and remember to open the ride like you did earlier on.
Yes, now we just need to make a path. And let's say I want to go up. Oh my, what the... What is this? What the... So that's how you go up. Let's flatten it back down again. I'm sure I'll get used to this as I use it, but it's like not... Paths cannot cross. There we go. Okay. Well, that got wacky right there. Not sure what happened there. And then we just do a normal path from here to here. And now we should be able to just open this. Just click on the coaster.
Oh, that
There
is
we go.
a beauty! Terrific work, you two. This is a coaster that truly deserves a place in the spotlight. So, how about we put together an advertisement to mark the occasion?
How?
Head to the advertising
pronounce
tab
that?
in the park management menu, and let's show the world what the park has to offer. There aren't different audiences to cater for, however, so it's worth considering which advertisement will bring the most guests to your park.
Interesting way to pronounce that word, but okay. Guests, advertising, and then, oh, okay, so coaster lovers. Automatically end when they reach 100%. There we go.
while we wait for our campaign to start bringing in more guests, why don't you try out the ride camera and experience all the exhilaration the coaster will have to offer firsthand?
Okay. So, enter ride camera mode, so I think you just click on it, and then, yeah, there we go. I feel like this camera's backwards. I'll have to see if I can flip these. Alright, we'll ride this one. We'll see what happens. I think this is a lot like the new coaster that is going to be opening up at Cedar Point next year, with that weird tilt thing. Alright, here we go. Oh, they got some nice music there for atmospherics. It's kind of cool. Alright, I like that they added that in where these things move and whatnot. That's kind of cool. Eventually I'll have to figure out how you do that and really get creative with it. Hopefully that track is connected. Alright, here we go. That's a pretty cool little coaster. Well done.
How was that? Enough for the time being? Thank you again for all your hard work. Coaster Coast is going to be in the best of hands, I can tell.
Oswald, you're not...
I'm not going anywhere just yet, Eugene. Don't panic. We're just getting started, dipping our toes in the... Actually, hold that thought. I've got just the job lined up for you. I'll send you the details. See you soon.
All right, so that completes the first part of the tutorial. So there's usually there's going to be a second one. We'll probably have to build some coasters. So, all right, we'll carry on to that.
It's good to see you again. Come along, you're right on time. Now, this park is going to be slightly different from the previous park. How? I hear you cry out in anticipation. Well, my eager beaver, we're going to expand this park into, drumroll please, a water park. Of course, we wouldn't expect you to start building pools and flumes all on your own. So, I'd like to hand you over to Brad Newton, our very own water ride engineer.
Hey, mate. How's it going? I'm Brad, and when it comes to water rides, I'm your guy. I used to think everyone was admiring my physique. They'd shout, "Waterman!" But turns out they were just calling me Waterman. I still take it as a compliment, though.
All right. So, we're going to be doing some water park stuff.
In any case, let's get started. I've set out an area for you to work in. You can't just go planting a pool down anywhere you please. I learned that lesson on Eugene's 8th birthday. He really did love his first laptop, but it ended up giving a new meaning to surfing the web.
A 50 megahertz processor, 4 meg of RAM, and 1 floppy disk drive. Trust my brother to mistake a motherboard for a surfboard.
Anyway, let's focus on our new area. The first thing a water park needs is, well, water. I've prepared a blueprint for you to get started. Of course, you don't have to use that one. I only stayed up all night to make it for you. It's no big deal or anything. Just select the one you want and place it wherever you like. as long as the guests can reach it, of course.
Okay. So place a pool blueprint. Starter pool. And it just kind of snaps in here, apparently. Yeah, just kind of snaps right in there. Let's go ahead and do that for now. We'll make our own pools later on.
That's a pretty enticing pool. So, we want to make sure people can actually swim in it. To do that, we'll need to give them a place to get changed into their swimwear. Have you ever walked around in wet denim? I do not recommend it. Build some changing rooms and a body dryer in a place that's easy to access. Oh, and make sure it's connected to a path, for obvious reasons.
Okay. So we need to have a changing room in the park. Facilities, services, changing rooms. And then we can just kind of put that, I guess we can just put that right here. And then we need a drying facility, which I guess is an other. Kind of look nice back a little bit, instead of it all just being like right on the path. So I'll bring it back a smidge.
You're doing a brilliant job so far. Brad seems to have rushed off to find his swimming trunks, so I'll take you through the final steps. Now that the pool is complete, guests will be rushing to purchase their pool passes. At the moment, they're only available at the entrance, so we should place down a guest services building nearby.
Planet Coaster guests. Okay, so these are going to be a little bit more important this time. This must replace the information stand. The information stand just wasn't all that important previously. I did connect there, so we can. See here, it's not telling us we have to build it in any particular place, but this seems like the most reasonable spot. And I'm not going to focus too hard on making it look perfect right now, because this is just the tutorial stuff. I'll have to turn that off at some point, because I do like to be able to intersect terrain a little bit. So we'll just slap that down right there. And then we'll open that up.
With this guest services up and running, guests will have more places to buy a pass that will give them access to all the water attractions in the park. No pass, no pool.
Whew, found them. I can't wait to take a dip. This is all looking amazing. I'm starting to get what Oswald sees in you. You've got great potential here with us. That being said, there's still much for us to do.
All right.
I couldn't agree more. As the pool is now up and running, we must keep it clean. After all, no one wants to dive into dirty water.
To do this, all you need to do is add a water filter to the pool. If the pump isn't working, make sure it has power. I found most technical problems can be solved by plugging it in. It also needs to be able to reach the water of the pool to work. Don't worry though, it doesn't have to cover the whole pool. Just a part will do.
Alright. So this is a lot like in Planet Zoo with the water filtering systems and whatnot. You just have to cover a small portion. See, but where is the radius? I don't see a radius. Try there. Place one water filter near the pool. So there's that. Oh, wait a second. Okay, hang on. Got confused. So, water pump. Water pump goes here. Then water filter. Is this a water filter? I don't know what this is. Okay, that's power. So then we need the water filter. which we can just put. We just attach it to here. And we connect the two. Okay, now it actually
Great
shows.
work! Our job isn't done yet, though. Sometimes guests can tire themselves out in the water and need a place to kick back and relax. We should add some sun lounges so they have a place to chill out. Oh, and some ladders and a diving board, too. Extra little touches like these will improve the prestige of the pool. The better the prestige, the more guests will want to visit. It's a win-win.
Okay. So place 3 sun loungers. Pool accessories. Alright, these aren't very expensive, so that's cool. I don't know how I just pulled that up, but alright. Just kind of put those close together for now. And then, let's see here. Ladder there.
Oh, and
there.
don't forget to make sure the pool is deep enough to dive in first before placing a diving board. I found that out the hard way. Quite literally.
We can put a little diving board here.
I think it's about time we check on our pool and make sure guests are enjoying it and feel safe. Select the pool
safety.
and take a look at the pool safety tab. Oh my goodness, Brad! Brad! There's a guest panicking! What do we do?
Whoa, that's weird. Hey, mate, have you tried swimming? I don't think that's it. Okay, yeah, they need some help.
Oh, think of the paperwork! Okay, everyone, stay calm! Don't panic!
Breathe, Eugene. We've got this. It's all in hand. Place down a lifeguard point at the side of the pool. Without one, lifeguards won't be able to rescue distressed guests.
Okay. So we need lifeguards. That's going to make things even more complicated. A lifeguard post. We'll at least give our lifeguards a chair. Half the pool isn't going to be covered here, and then there's not going to be a way to cover the whole pool, so...
All we have to do now is wait for the lifeguard to do their job.
You probably shouldn't go in a pool if you can't swim. Just saying.
There we go. See, Eugene? The guest is fine. Are you fine, though?
Yeah, of course. I'm totally fine. You're in your happy place. Cell A1, cell A2, cell A3. Data validation.
While Eugene comes back down to Earth, I want to say you did a great job under pressure. A lifeguard will rescue anyone they see struggling, as long as they're on duty at their point. It's all part of maintaining our pool safety. Remember, though, they're only Plankonian. They can only cover so much area at once. Larger pools will need more lifeguards and lifeguard points to keep everyone safe.
Okay. So there's...
So, you
second
smashed
objective.
the first pool out of the park. Not literally, of course. That would be difficult, not to mention an HR nightmare. But one pool does not a water park make.
Alright, so we need to make a pool with 1,000 meters squared. Alright, so we need to create a custom pool here.
Nicely
All right,
done.
that worked out pretty well.
Just make sure to hire extra lifeguards to keep the pool safety in the green. I don't think I have another Eugene meltdown in me today.
I have no idea what you're on about.
A true water park needs stuff like wave pools, flumes, and lazy rivers. With that being said, let's start by building a flume. You'll need to know how to build a flume from scratch. So, I'll give you a crash course. First, select the flume that you want from the many beautiful rainbow options we have available.
Okay, so this rounds these corners out. I don't know what happened here, but we'll, is there a way to just, like, grab this and just, like, move it? Nope. I'll deal with that some other time. Alright, so we need to place a flume. Body flume.
Sweet choice. Now, we need to start with the platform. Simply place it down where you think is best. You can also attach multiple flumes to a platform, if you're feeling adventurous.
Alright, why don't we place it over here? Can I make it taller? I can. So let's try doing, I guess,
The
that.
next step is to start building the flume itself. Start by placing the flume entrance. This is where the slide will start, in case it wasn't obvious.
Alright.
Okay, now here comes the fun part. We have the platform, we have the entrance. Now, we need the slide. Place it down however you like. Just keep the angle of the slide in mind. You need the guests to get enough speed to keep going. That reminds me. Want to see a cool trick? Eugene can determine the angle of anything just by looking at it.
Oh, Brad, I really don't think they want to...
Nonsense! It's your party trick. At least it would be if you joined me at any. Come on. What angle is, this?
35.7 degrees.
Ha ha! Bingo! How cool is that? Blows my mind every time. Where was I? Oh, yes. Building the slide. Alongside the angle, you should also keep an eye on the twists and turns.
Indeed. If the lateral G-force is too high, it will scare the guests. Not to mention raise the flume's fear and nausea rating. This is looking great! You just need to add a flume exit onto the end of the slide now. Make sure it's close to the water. The guests will need the water to break their landing. That might sound like common sense, but Brad has a scar on his arm that would say otherwise.
Shh! Keep your voice down. I've been telling people it's from when I tried to surf wet cement and almost managed it.
Alright, I'm trying to bank this. Previously you would hold. That's not it. Alright, so they changed the controls on this. I don't know how you bank this. Or if you're even able to bank this. I mean, obviously this isn't going to be that crazy, but we'll just see.
Anyway,
we'll
now
just see
it's
what that
time
does.
to test this baby out. We can only open the ride if the test dummy safely reaches the end. Don't worry if it doesn't work on the first try. Eugene got us a great deal on them, so we have plenty spare.
Eugene Newton is no stranger to the artistry of the coupon code. But yes, if the test ride is failing, you can simply open the heat map to see where you can make adjustments. It will highlight any turn that is too sharp or slide that is too steep.
All right, so Prestige 446, and then let's go into here. Excitement 5, 3.6, 2.6. It needs us to have at least 3 excitement. We got 5. That actually, you know, it was just a very simple slide, but it actually worked pretty well. All right, so the checklist isn't complete, so we need to click on this body flume 1, and then we need to place an entrance and an exit. So there's an entrance right here. Connect entrance to path. There we go. And open. There we go. Complete a flume test with at least 3 excitement.
The big moment is
Nice.
finally here.
Nailed
It's
it.
now time to open your very first flume ride. I'm getting oddly emotional.
Ah, I remember your first ride opening, Brad. Albeit that was one of a smaller scale, consisted of paper.
Oops, I cut them off on
Hello,
accident.
boys. I wanted to check in and see how the onboarding was going with our new friend here. But I can see there was nothing to worry about. The park is looking great. I knew you were the right pick for the job. It seems you're running out of space, though. That simply won't do. I'll transfer over some money for you to purchase the new area of land.
Okay, so this is a new thing in the game too, which is kind of nice. They had this in like Roller Coaster Tycoon. So yeah, see, like I like this kind of idea of expanding your park and whatnot by buying more land. Okay, so blank canvas, we're gonna buy that. This land is now available to
And
build
with
upon.
that, your initial onboarding is complete. It's time for you to take what you've learned here and apply it to new parks. If you want to hang around here a bit longer, though, Eugene has prepared a list of objectives for you to make your way through.
Don't worry, if you forget anything that was said here, you can always check the help menu.
You did
Alrighty.
such a good job here. You should be proud. I'm looking forward to riding this wave of success with you in future parks.
Agreed. A spectacular start.
You've got the Newton Brothers seal of approval. A mighty feat indeed. I'll leave you to it. I need to go and make the preparations for our next endeavor.
Alright, so that's the gold objective. Alright, so we need to build 2 new flat rides and set to open. Alright, so power generator 1 is broken and in need of repairing. Do we have any staff in the park? So let's take a look here. Staff, entertainers, mechanics. We do have 1 mechanic. This park seems awfully big to only have 1 mechanic though, so let's hire a second mechanic. Throw him down somewhere random. Pool does not have enough lifeguard coverage. Yep. So that was in pools, I believe. Pool extras. Alright, so we got like lazy river jets and whatnot, so we're definitely going to be doing some of those. Lifeguard points. Does the tall have more coverage compared to the small? It does. So the tall has better coverage. I feel like that covers it pretty good there. And then let's do another one over here. And then this one actually, this tall here actually covers the mass majority of this one. There's only like a small section that isn't covered. So let's do that. So it looks like the tall is the way to go. Lifeguard post, same as the small. It might even be, or the short, it might actually be even a little bit smaller. Alright, so we come over here. Let's see here. We got 2 paths available to get us there. This one is coming off of the main park. So let's go ahead and continue with this one. It's not going to be pretty, but that's fine. So now we got path there, and then let's do 2 flat rides. So let's see here. The cube, buoyancy. We got 2 teacups apparently. Upswing. We got teacups again. Teacups again. Teacups again. The cube. Okay, so it's just a bunch of the same ride, it looks like. So let's do the cube. Looks like there's an entrance. Entrance is here, exit is here. So, if that's the case, then we'll put the exit facing towards the path. So that way they can just walk right straight out. And then connect entrance to path. So the entrance is here. And we'll just kind of curve this around. And you can just take it right straight there. And let's do that. There we go. Not bad. And it looks like the exit automatically connected. So that's good. We need to add power. Add a power facility. So we don't need a power generator, we need a power distributor. Let's throw that like right here, per se. And then we just take that, we connect it to wherever the closest one is, which would be here. There we go. So that connects that area. Now, do these need to be connected to a... I assume they need to be connected to a path. I guess it never told me if they need to be connected to a path or not. I feel like the generators themselves need to be, but these don't. I mean, that one's connected. That one is not connected. Okay, so they don't need to be connected to a path. Let's just do this. Let's do the swing. Why not? We can throw that down right here. And then connect entrance to path, which is here. We're going to zigzag this a little bit. And then let's do that. There we go. I don't know why it just did some funkiness there, but whatever. And then we just need a standard path to come out here. There we go. And then set this to open. Set this to open. We need to change the price to bargain. Why not? Did that actually change the price at all? Custom 216, bargain 210. Okay, so it changed the price. So build a new coaster, length of at least 300 meters, and set to open. Coasters. Now, does it give us stats on these? For like how long they are. We only have 22,000, so it's not like we're gonna be able to build something too crazy. So I guess we'll build this. We'll just put this thing down again. We'll actually build our own coasters later on, but right now for these tutorials, we'll just skip the coaster building. needs to be tested. And then we need to connect the paths. That'll be fine though for now. And then I'll set that to camera to follow for now, see if that stops making it be wacky. There. Okay. And then set to open. Build 2 new flumes. Alright, and I think we can just add to this, right? Create custom. And then oops. No, I don't want to edit this flume. But like I feel like I can just edit this platform. And you can just add more flumes to this platform. It snapped there for a second. There it goes. There we go. So we got a bigger platform here. And then now I should be able to move this. Let's do that. And now we should be able to make another couple flumes in this on the same flume. Flumes right here, create custom. And now, yeah, here we go. So now we can do this one here. High speed half pipe.
Don't know why we're turning there.
And then, well, we'll need high speed flume side right. And that should like shoot people up onto that right side. Which essentially banks it.
And then, let's see here. We don't want to come out. There we go. And then,
And now we can place the ending flume end. Alright, and then let's test this and see what happens. I don't know. How did I... Okay, R2 is to speed up time. Okay, that test actually worked out pretty well. So they go down. Ah, yeah, that's actually a fairly good excitement one. So we can keep that. I know it's nothing special right now, but this is just a tutorial, so like we're not gonna really do too much with it. And then we can set that to open. That one's only got 370 prestige apparently. This can be set to open. That's got 446 prestige. I think it's because this other slide is longer. And then let's go through here, and we're going to do another flume. We can set a third one here. And this can be an enclosed flume. And that one just drops you. That one just drops you straight down. Nothing too crazy. Just drops you straight down and into the water. So let's test this one. Not gonna really be able to see the dummy as it goes down, but just gets
Whoa,
freaking
you did it!
launched.
Congrats,
Oh my
mate.
gosh.
You've done such a great job bringing everything together.
I could not agree more. You're going to
Oh,
fit
that
in
actually
well
worked
here,
really
I can
well.
tell.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
excited to see what projects we have coming up.
Oh, its prestige is low though. All right. So that completes that, and I think that completes the tutorial. It wants us to exit to the... I mean, what happens if we press continue? Does it keep us here? Otherwise, it's wanting us to exit to the main menu. Yeah. So, exit to main menu. Okay. And that probably completes the tutorial for us. Let's double check and see. Yeah, first drop, complete the prologue. Alright, yeah, so we completed the prologue. So then we'll be on to the first of what looks like 4 chapters. Alright, well, we'll get to that next.